from the period mid-March to the 30th of August, I had over 40 meetings or telephone calls where Afghanistan was on the agenda. So that's broadly one at least every 4 days. That will vary from the NATO foreign ministers meetings, the G7 foreign ministers meeting where I put Afghanistan on the agenda, through to the bilateral contacts with the likes of Turkey, through to UN Special Envoy Jean Arnaud. The central assessment that we were operating to, and it was certainly backed up by both the JIC and the military, is that most likely the central proposition was that given the troop withdrawal by the end of August, you would see a steady deterioration from that point, and that it was unlikely Kabul would fall this year. That was the central assessment, and of course with all the usual caveats that you will be familiar with. That doesn't mean we didn't do contingency planning or game out or test the other propositions. And just to be clear, that's something that was widely shared, that view, amongst NATO allies. We started planning in June for the contingency of an evacuation, and therefore a full drawdown of the embassy, notwithstanding the central assessment still remained. And of course, the timing on all of this was very much synchronised with what our fellow NATO allies were doing. So as well as the domestic process, we were docking in and checking and sense checking with our NATO allies about how they saw things running.
Could you tell me why you are confident of your numbers of those remaining in Afghanistan now?
We're not confident with any precision at all, because for two reasons. No, we don't think that. We think that in terms of nationals, we're into the hundreds, possibly the mid to low hundreds. But again, it depends on eligibility, which of course is one of the things that has been a challenge. What I would say this is we got broadly something like an estimate of 500 out between April and the 15th of August. And in terms of British nationals, a further roughly 7,000 out during the period between the 15th and the 29th of August.
Do you not see that it's important for British people to understand why you thought it was right to go on holiday?
No, sorry, I'm afraid I don't agree with that analysis. Of course, I've been clear with the benefit of hindsight, I wouldn't have gone away at all. In terms of my own situation, I'll just say this, I'm travelling today. A modern foreign secretary has to have the ability, given those wider range of issues that will constantly bubble up, possibly to crisis point, to be able to act, work from abroad. I engaged in all of the COBRA meetings. I engaged and directed the emergency response team directly, and I was engaged with international partners. So the truth is, Chris, judge us by the results, because between the
we'll come on to those.
The 15th of August and the end of August, we delivered over 15,000 people out of the country, which I think is certainly the most challenging evacuation of its kind in living memory.